Good afternoon. This is Debbie Broughton, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from St. Robert, Missouri. I am about a minute early. So I'm just checking to be sure I'm straight and checking to see what I can do to make my comments appear when I'm watching the video, because all of a sudden they've decided not to do that. So I'm trying to see if I read about it and it said to be sure that I haven't marked all comments, but I can't find out. I can't really see where to do that. So we're just gonna, hopefully, if you comment, I will see it today, and it's just been a glitch. But it's 1 o'clock now, so I'm gonna get started. Today is day 4 of the Sweet Old Friends and the Silly Old Bear DSP cards. And I'm excited to show you this one. It's another fun fold. So it opens like this. And then you have this little greeting here, sending smiles. And you see this little tail sticking out here, so you know there must be more underneath here. So you lift that up, and then you have Owl and Kanga and a happy birthday with some honey jars sitting around. So let's get started. Usually I just have the base for the card cut out, but since this has a different way of doing it, I thought I would cut the base while I am demonstrating the card. So we're going to use a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of Fairy Vanilla. So 4 1/4. And we're going to score this at 5 1/2. And that will make our card base. Let me find my bone folder here. I'm going to need the trimmer in just a minute, so I'm going to set it over there to the side, and I'm going to crease it over here. Okay, so now we have that piece done. We're going to stick this back in the trimmer. We're going to open it up. This is the card front. This is the card back. We're going to line it up with 1 1/4 inch. And we're going to cut from the bottom up to our score line here. You can tell when you're at the score line when these little arrows on the side point to the score line. So I think that's, oh, I could tell I just need to go just a little bit more. Sometimes I don't get it all the way there, and then I just trim it with the scissors because I really don't want to go over it. So then we're going to go this way with it and line it up with 1 inch. Put the arm down again and go up to the score mark. I'm going to try not to put my head in the picture too much today. I noticed yesterday I kind of did when I was seeing if things were centered. Only because it's easy to look at them from the over the top of them than it is sideways. So I'm just going to trim this. Like I said, it's like 1/8 of an inch short. Okay, so now we have it. And we're going to use our bone folder again to get everything to lay flat. Now, we're going to start with these two pieces, which are 1 inch by 5.5, one for each side. So let me get my glue here. I'm going to glue this down. Now there's going to be no border at the bottom. I'll get this glued. Oops. It slid just a little bit. There we go. Now we have that done. Now we're going to pick this up. We're going to leave this one down. And we're going to put these are our side pieces for the inside. You don't want to go, I kind of went above the fold line there, so I don't want to do that because then it won't close properly. So I want to be sure I get it right on that line. This one is pretty fast going too. Not as fast as day 2, but not as many steps as yesterday's either. So we want to get this lined up. There we go. Now this piece is going to be all the people, all the animals. So it's going to go here in the middle. And I want to be sure that it doesn't go above it. If it goes below it a little bit, we can always trim it. So there is our inside. And this leaves us with this to play with for our words and everything. So let's go back to the front and add our frames. Now, I was thinking about using the hydrangea hue ink on it and like going over the embossing folder to show more texture, but you can't really see too much by the time you get this on here. It kind of covers most of that up, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with this side. Now remember, when you do this, you only want a little bit of glue on the edges. So you just kind of want to go in between these two little bumps and just right close to the edge. And then you want to fit it on there and get it straight. Now if you wanted to, you could outline with a pencil everywhere where it touches, and you could glue that way. So, but I didn't get any glue where I didn't want it, so it's not going to glue the card shut. So next we're going to take this piece that I used the Sweet Words and Frames die to cut this out of the DSP. And again, we're going to hide these stripes. I'm probably going to make a card with these stripes. It's so hard to choose that when you've got these little seams on the other side. So I'm going to add that here. And then I am going to, I didn't usually, when I do it online, I already have the greetings stamped or I've already had it cut out, but this one was kind of different, so I didn't want to cut it out early. I wanted to stamp it and then I'll run and cut it and put it on. This is going to be the one that goes on the inside here. And if you notice, I added the labels on my new in color so I could tell what they are when I have them open. And I also put it on the edge so when I put it in my storage container, I'll be able to tell what color it is. So let me get this stamped right here, down a little bit because we have this frame we want to cut out. Old friends are the best friends. Okay, I've got that cut out now. So as long as we have the ink open, I'm going to put this in my die in my magnetic bowl so that I don't lose it. And I'm going to stamp the inside. But first, let's put our cutouts in here so I know exactly where to stamp. So I have all my, I'm going to put the lid on this, otherwise I know I'm going to end up sticking my hands in it. I've been cutting some out along the way, and so I have them here in this little container. So I'm thinking we could do, we haven't done Tigger yet, and his tail could be sticking out like we had Kangas sticking out so that people know to open it up further. And so now we need Pooh when he's facing this way. So we could put him up here. That looks pretty good. So now we want to put our words. Let's see how our words are going to fit in there. We can fit our words over to this side a little bit. So let me get them inked up, and we're going to cross our fingers that we do not mess this up. This is the first time I'm using this stamp. You know how sometimes they have a little bit of the silicone or whatever they use to spray so it doesn't stick to the mold. And maybe I should have done my embossing buddy first, but I didn't think about it. So we're going to try this. I can tell it didn't get in the middle. Okay. Fingers crossed that we can get this straight. and then it comes out good first time stamping with it. Oh, it came out pretty good. I kind of messed up on the days some. But it'll be fine. So I'm going to glue these down. Pooh Bear up here in this corner. And Tigger down here in this corner. If you're watching and you comment, I haven't seen any comments yet, so I don't think it's working again today. I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to have to read some more on how to do that because I didn't see anywhere where I could... I know where I can click on all comments on a regular post, but when I go there when I'm live, that option is not there. Okay, so there goes Tigger in his spot. Now we're going to put our words across here like this. Let's try to see we don't cover up too much. I like how they misspelled owl. And here's Piglet. He's spelled correctly. So, this looks a little bit plain here. So let's look through here. I did cut out this acorn. And these leaves, maybe we could do something with them. I don't know. Let's just see. Oak leaves and an acorn. We could kind of put that at the bottom. We could put these like this and have this acorn in the middle. That looks kind of cute, doesn't it, if we do that? So let's get to gluing. I need to cut out some more of the images to put in my little box. I've used a lot so far doing these cards, so I need to cut out some more. We're going to take it off here just in case some of this glue hangs over. So I just want to have that kind of coming up like that. I wish that these leaves, because you cut them out together, they both are going the same way. I don't know how to explain it really, but I wish this one went the other way so it would curve up the frame as this one does, but it's not as pretty on the other side. We have a little bit for the acorn here, and we're going to put that right in the middle. Oops. Now we moved because I didn't have them glued down enough. We'll hold it there just a little bit to let the glue dry. Okay, so now we're ready to put this on. Now I'm not going to pop it up because then this will make the front not lay flat. So we're just going to kind of glue this straight down. And then I have some of the honey. I think I have 2 more of the honey things cut out. I thought I did. Well, maybe I missed them when I put them in here. I might have forgotten to put them in here. Because I don't... Oh, here they are. Up here in the corner. I love... There's a lot of these on that page, and I just love that you can cut them out because they make great little decorations. So we're going to put one down here and one up here. And then we're going to close it, and now we can put on some trinkets. I think I might, let me see here. I know I have some of the bees, the gold bees. But let's see if I can find them here in my little stash. I didn't get them out ahead of time. Here they are. My Picket tool is still in the garage because I'm still labeling things, so I'll have to use this other sticky thing that I have. I'm not even really sure what you call this. I just found it in my stash of things, so I don't even remember when I bought it or where I bought it. So I'm going to put a little drop there, a little drop here, and then maybe one over here. Because you always think of bees when you're thinking of Pooh because he always has his honey. So we have one there. One there. And one here. I didn't put any ribbon on this one either because I couldn't decide where to put any ribbon. I think that's going to be really cute for somebody to get. Winkstella, or Winkstella Pooh and Piglet here. Let's see, do we want to Stella? We could Stella the acorn. It's kind of nice just to have a little sparkle. And we'll get Pooh again on this page. I can't wait to get my new Stella pen because this one is very slowly but surely running out of sparkle. Okay, I'm going to hold this up here for a little bit so that dries so I don't get sparkle up there. But here you go. This could be a birthday card, a thinking of you card, maybe even a get well card because you haven't been able to get together until they get well. So, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday, and thanks so much for watching. Happy stamping.